Welcome to the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium for the finale of the 2018 Cardinal Newman Classic, and it's the Regis Jesuit Raiders at 2-0, number 23 in the country, taking on the Sacred Heart Cathedral Irish. What a championship we have in store. I'm Dave Cox along with Mike Mullins, and we've seen these two teams over the last two nights, and they are great. How they will match up together remains to be seen. Really looking forward, and we're going to find out. I think those first 3 minutes of this game will really be key in order to see who's going to establish momentum and what style of play they're going to bring out against each other.
Oh, absolutely. I think Sacred Heart for them, they're going to need to break down this press. They've got a full court press from Regis. If they can break that press and get in some kind of offense, they're okay. If they can't and the turnover prevail, then we got issues. So we'll see how they deal with this first 2 or 3 minutes, like you say. Take
a look at the bracket now, and we see the Sacred Heart Cathedral beat Eastside College Prep and then Cardinal Newman. Regis Jesuit over Menlo Atherton, and then over Bishop O'Dowd to get here to this championship game. Well, we've heard all about Francesca Bellibi and her ability to dunk. We haven't seen it in a game yet, however, but believe me, she can do it, and we're going to prove it to you right here. This is her YouTube video. Here she is in practice doing it, and you might say, okay, yeah, okay, she can do it in practice. Right. We've seen other, but she also does it in a game, and we're going to prove that to you here. She is in her home gym back in Aurora, Colorado, getting a steal and a dunk with one hand. Here's another one right here, and in the open floor. Yep, she is the real deal on her way to Stanford, and she is a good one. A player that had a terrific game for Sacred Heart last night was Carmela Marquez, and really she proved that she can be a great scorer for this team, and I think she's another key cog in this Sacred Heart Cathedral wheel, as they have a lot of players that can score, but she played great last night.
She really does. She kind of catches you off guard. She's a little herky-jerky, but gets by you before you know it. Also number 3, Milan Tuttle. She had a great game against Cardinal as well last night.
Take a look at our coaches here. We have 2 great coaches going up against each other. LaRyan Russell, and there's LaRyan. Intense game last night. He did a great job holding it together, keeping his team in the game. And on the other side, Carl Matei in his 14th year here at the helm of Regis Jesuit, Colorado. Starting lineups now for these teams, as we'll take a look first at the Sacred Heart Cathedral. Tuttle, Benitez, Marquez, and Lee Aparessa, along with Demaya Lewis. And then for the Regis Jesuit, Bellibi, Weigland, Van Sickle, Moore, and Samantha Jones. All right. And we are ready to go. And it is a tie-up right off the bat. I don't know that either team established. I think they're going to have to throw that up again. Yep, it's a do-over.
Boy, just to see the leaping ability of Francesca Bellibi, she really gets some air.
Yeah, she is unbelievable, really. And it's Bellibi who goes up strong and gets the lay-in right off the bat.
And here they are, the 1-2-2 press. They're long, they're athletic, and a turnover right off the bat.
Yep, turnover. So Regis Jesuit, they came in here and we thought all these teams are really going to make it interesting with their ability to press, but they've handled the pressure very well so far.
Yes, they
Great
have.
Ball movement. They don't dribble a lot when they get in trouble. That's what I noticed about it. They keep the ball high and they find the open player with minimal dribbling. There's Samantha Jones, her first shot off the mark.
But got her own rebound, nicely done. Jada Moore also very dynamic. Watch her off the dribble.
Yeah, Moore had a great game last night. Bellibi scored 20, but I think Jada Moore really set the tone early on.
Well, she runs the show for them.
Milan Tuttle picks up the personal foul. Into the corner, Van Sickle.
Wide open look.
And that's a 3. Van Sickle.
And they're back into it at 1-2-2. Let's see how the Sacred Heart handles it. Much better that time.
Well, Sacred Heart Cathedral, they won the state championship last year at the Division I level. Lee Aparessa didn't get it. Bellibi comes down with the rebound. Jada Moore out in front of the pack. Bolibby follows it up with the lay-in.
Bolibby, an underrated passer. Watch her when she's in the open court.
Yeah, she made a couple great feeds last night and bounce passes in the open floor.
No, she sees the floor really well.
Carmela Marquez up top to Tuttle. Lee, Aparessa. She didn't take a lot of outside shots the first couple nights. She's already taken a couple here, but there's a steal underneath and the basket for Sacred Heart. Wow, what a play by Demaya Lewis.
Really heady play.
The first couple nights, she's already taken
Got
a couple.
fouled by Bolibby as well. That's her first.
Sacred Heart's going to need that kind of play to stay in this game.
And the three-point play is good.
That helps change some early momentum. Another wide open look.
And it's Weigland who hits that one. Sydney Wygand is a very good player for this team as well. Look out, steal, Bolibby, and she lays it in. Wow. Couple turnovers now for Sacred Heart.
And look at the length. Nice pass.
12-3 lead. Here comes Bolibby in the open floor. Jada Moore for three.
Ooh.
Nice rebound. Lee Aparessa comes down with that one.
Nice pass.
Beautiful feed. That was Benitez sliding it through to Yasukawa, Kayla Yasukawa. That was the one thing. Lorraine Russell has an extremely deep bench.
He sure does.
And he'll use it tonight, you can bet. A little travel.
Yep.
Samantha Moore shuffled her feet. Second turnover by Regis Jesuit. And a 30-second timeout taken by Regis Jesuit.
Now, Regis, they're not afraid to substitute over and over and over again. They want to put the pressure on you. They'll get tired. They'll sub and come right back at you.
Team from Aurora, Colorado. They were here a couple years ago and didn't have a great showing and didn't come back last year. I think Carl Matei wanted to reload a little bit before he made the trip across the Sierras, and this year they are certainly ready to go.
Yep.
Good ball movement again.
That wide open look's not going to get it done. Sacred Heart's going to have to tighten that up a little bit. It's a little tricky because you got to deal with the inside game and then you got the outside three. So.
Yeah, and this is a team that, they play together so extremely well. You can tell that they play together year-round, more than likely have an AAU program that feeds in here, and they have a sixth sense. They know where each other are, and they are very, very good at finding the open player.
Yeah, you can tell the way they substitute seamlessly that they've been playing together a while.
Yasukawa.
That's a nice move.
Tried to draw the foul, didn't get it. Bolibby comes down with her third rebound of the night. She had a double-double last night, but that's a turnover.
She can shoot.
Benitez Moore blocks her shot. Yeah, Regis Jesuit has been a very impressive team in terms of their defense as well. They play good, solid team defense.
They're so quick and they're so long.
It's been a great tournament for us, bringing you the action here all 3 days. We did all 4 games on Thursday, which was an adventure, and then the semifinals, the third place game, and now this championship. And not coincidentally, we have had a lot of new folks joining the YSN365.com website from Aurora, Colorado, and Denver. I guess there are a few of the kids live in Denver, some of them live in Aurora, but all of a sudden we have like 100 people visiting the last couple days from that area, which is cool. You can stop in from time to time, see how the teams that you followed during this tournament are doing during the season, and we'll check in with you now and then as well and see what's going on out there in Colorado. It'll be fun to watch the progress of all these teams as the season goes along, particularly in March. There's Van Sickle with a three. She She's a great shooter.
She is. Boy, the one thing you hope is that their shooters aren't on with all the other stuff they got going on.
10-point lead. He's trying to find a combination. He's got Molly Lampkin on the floor right now. That is Coach Lorian Russell. Well, he's a great coach. He knows how to win. He knows how to get things done, and he's going to try to find a combination right there that works against this Regis Jesuit team, if he has one. If there's a combination, he'll try to find it. And right now he's got a lot of different players he's using in combination to try to find that perfect match. Outside shot, no good. Jada Moore underneath, got it. Nice basket there on the offensive rebound. That has got to concern the Ryan Russell. You don't want to give this Regis Jesuit team 2 or 3 looks every time down the floor.
More 1-2-2 press.
Oh yeah, I gotta love that. John Wooden would be proud. Into the corner, Tuttle off the mark. There's Balibi. 4 rebounds and 6 points so far from the senior on her way to Stanford. Boy, is Stanford going to be good in a few years. They signed the #1 recruit in the nation out of Archbishop Mitty, a player that we saw here on YSN 365 a couple of years ago in the Open Division Championship game. We did highlights of that one. I believe the game was at Santa Clara, if I'm not mistaken.
She was terrific.
That whole team was terrific. I mean, boy, that was an unbelievable team. And Cardinal Newman did such a great job to get to that Open Division final in NorCal that year. Division 4 to Open is a big stretch. I'm not a big fan of competitive equity. I think it's okay to move teams up a division or maybe 2, but to go from Division 4 to Open, no, that's
right. Yeah,
that's not good, in my opinion.
I agree.
Van Sickle got it.
My.
Feeling it. Van Sickle has 3 threes. Coach Lorian Russell saying, ladies, we got to get a hand up, and the 32nd timeout taken. So we'll get a chance to take a look at that again. Van Sickle has such great touch on that 3-point shot. Almost perfect shooting form.
Well, it's interesting. She's not going to drive by you, yet they're not stepping out on her, and she's just burying that shot. I think they're 4 for 4 as a team now.
Yeah, they haven't missed from beyond the arc.
All right, let's see if Sacred Heart can regroup here. Again, this relentless 1-2-2 press.
Yeah, that can be exhausting as you're trying to get the ball up. You finally get it up. Now you got to try to make a basket. You can attack it at the other end, but they do a great job of getting players back as well. So there's no easy looks. See why they have been so successful. They were the 5A runners-up in the state of Colorado last year. 5A, I believe, is the highest level in Colorado. As Benitez tries a 3
can shoot it.
And buries it. That's a big basket for Sacred Heart Cathedral. Still in the first quarter. It's been a long first quarter. There's been a lot of timeouts. Both these teams trying to figure each other out. And look at Van Sickle get to the rack. She has 11 points. Relentless double team trap.
Nice pass. Nope, she couldn't convert.
Trying to get it up, taken away. Sticking with it, Demaya Lewis. But Regis Jesuit took that away. There was the swish right there.
They just continue to sub fresh bodies in and get after you. Nice pass. There you go.
Lee Aparessa. Important basket for Sacred Heart as they chip away. The lead is 12 for Regis Jesuit. We've seen out-of-state teams in this tournament many times. Oregon City, Oregon used to come down here. They won it one year. Nice pass underneath, and it's Balibi who has 8 in the first quarter. Benitez.
She can shoot it. Oh, just missed.
Samantha Jones has the rebound. Big rebounding advantage right now for Regis Jesuit. That's something that's got to concern Coach Ryan Russell. Minute 20 to go. Van Sickle tries the no-look pass, and Leah Perez is right there. That's the fourth turnover by the Raiders. Carmelo Marquez got it.
A nice finish.
And one. We talked about her in the open, and here she goes. Got off to a really slow start the first night, had a big second half, and then last night she was good from start to finish.
Yes, she was. Gets pushed away, still able to finish.
That is a tough shot right there, and she got it. So to the free throw line with a chance to make it a three-point play. Much needed three-point play for the Irish. Sacred Heart Cathedral from San Francisco in the West Catholic Athletic League. One of the, if not the toughest leagues in the state in all sports, boys or girls.
Offensive foul.
Wow, they're going to take that the other way. That went against Bolivia, I believe.
Okay, they pulled back the full court press. Let's see what they do on the half court.
And they've got her with one on the board. I thought she had picked up a foul earlier in the game. I had written down that she had one. Shot clock at 15. Under 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Trying to get the lead under double digits. See if they can do it. Benitez with a good look. A little strong. Sacred Heart trying to keep it alive. And they tie it up. The possession arrow, however, points the other way.
Still, you like the hustle.
So now Regis Jesuit will hold on for the final shot. Try to add to an 11-point lead. Jada Moore will take it down under 10.
She's so quick.
Great ball handler, too, and she's tall as well. When you have a point guard that tall with that good a skill to handle the ball, and there the ball landed right in her hands, and she had a chance for a putback. I think it surprised her. Either she thought the buzzer was going to sound or the ball was going to bounce further out, but it ended up right in her hands. So a great first quarter for Regis Jesuit. They lead it 24-13, an 11-point lead as we take a break and get ready for the start of quarter number 2 here in the Cardinal Newman Classic Championship game.
We support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite.
24-13 as we get ready for the start of quarter number 2 here in the Cardinal Newman Classic finale. California versus Colorado. Dave Cox and Mike Mullins bringing you the action here in this championship game. Our third day in a travel call against Carmelo Marquez. That's the 4th turnover by the Irish.
Tough call.
Yeah.
But I like the aggressive play.
But Libby is fouled, trying to make that pass out. Lee Aparessa got her.
That was Lee Aparessa. What's our first? 13th foul.
Down low, Bolivia in and out. Bolivia again. 5 rebounds and now 10 points for Francesca Bolivia. And the lead is 13. Marquez down the lane. Nice drive and dish, and another travel against the Irish. That's their 5th turnover. And Mike, if you're Coach Lorraine Russell right now, that has got to be a concern. Handle the pressure. Don't turn it over in that way. If you're going to give up the ball, make them earn it.
Sure. And she got a nice pass. She received a nice pass. Could have taken that shot and chose to do something a little more with it. And that's twice in a row now. Meanwhile, they can't stop Regis on the defensive end. Jada Moore is just a handful with the ball.
And what really impressed me with her last night was her ability to beat the Bishop O'Dowd players down the floor. She looked like the fastest player on the court.
And Bishop O'Dowd is quick.
Samantha Jones can't handle that pass. Jesuit has turned it over 5 times themselves. And look at this. They caught him sleeping a little bit.
Yes,
a rare lapse in the defense, and Marquez with a left-handed layup. And Coach Carl Matei says, no, that does not happen to us. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, he's not having that. He's been known to throw a clipboard or two.
All right, we'll take a quick break right here. It's 26-15, an 11-point lead for Regis Jesuit. When we come back, we'll see if the Raiders can tighten up that defense a little bit here in the championship game.
Meet Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Meet Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Meet Clark Lumber. Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
So here we go. Kind of gives you an idea of the expectations of Regis Jesuit when they take a timeout by getting beat 1 time down the floor, and there's a travel call against the Raiders. That's why they're a great team. You know, you don't let much go. They don't probably let anything go in practice, and I think you can say that about just about all the teams in this tournament.
Sure.
Their coaches have a very high level of expectation, and they tighten the ship down.
Nice pass.
Jada Moore tries to throw it back in. One of the Irish had it and was on the line. Might have been Lee Aparessa. Key sequence right here for Sacred Hearts. They trail by 11.
And it feels like they've kind of settled in a little bit. So if they can hit some shots and stop traveling, we'll see what we got. Oh, another wide open look.
Samantha Jones.
Nice rebound. Oh, she's going to...
Here comes Carmela Marquez now. Nice move, but I believe she was fouled just before the shot. I thought they might call traveling. She took kind of an extra step, and it was a slow, methodical one, but the foul happened just before apparently that pivot foot landed. Sydney Wygand picked up the personal error. That's her first.
So a couple free throws here. They get it in single digits. Like I say, they're starting to settle this game down a little bit.
6 points for Marquez here in the early going.
Nicely done.
Nice move, Jada Moore. Got it. Wow.
She's just so long and crossing over and tough to stay in front of her.
Marquez all the way to the glass. Here we go. Both teams starting to heat up.
Coach Matei not happy with that defensive seating. Andy Francesca, was she was turn around? Oh, she got it to go. He pulled the pressure off. Oh, another travel. And Let's see what Jada Moore chooses to do with it. She's had a nice crossover.
Francesca Balibi, no good.
Oh.
Will Smith with the call. Will Smith and Dane DiMattei wearing the stripes, blowing the whistles for this one. Van Sickle will check back in now for Regis Jesuit. Great way to kick off the basketball season here in 2018-2019. The Russ Petrick tournament's going on right now across town at Montgomery. I believe Montgomery and Newman boys are playing tonight. There's Balibi, who has 12 points now.
That was pretty.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
She seems to score so easily.
Cardinal Newman boys football team won the NCS Division III title last night with a 38-0 victory over El Cerrito, and now they await a coin toss at 8:30 tomorrow morning. And Coach Cronin went all the way up to Eureka to scout, just in case somehow, some way they decide to have a game. He's like, you know, I'm not going to get caught here not being prepared. That's Coach Cronin for you. You would expect him to be in his office flipping coins, practicing calling heads or tails, wouldn't you?
Oh, partially blocked.
Van Sickle. Got it.
Nice soft touch.
So a timeout taken here by Sacred Heart. It's 34-19. The Regis Jesuit Raiders pulling away just a little bit here in the second quarter. We'll step aside ourselves right here and be back with more action from the Cardinal Newman Classic Championship game here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
So LaRyan Russell takes a timeout right there. Trailing by 15. Both teams have burned a couple of timeouts so far in this one.
Okay, this is an important stretch here. This last 4:40, they're down 15.
Aparessa gets it out to Marquez. Offensive rebound.
Nice rebound.
Yasukawa can't get it to drop. There's Balibi. Well on her way to another double-double.
Good closeout. There you go.
One of the things that impresses me about Balibi, she's the type of player you watch her and you can say, oh, she could score 30 any night, but she does not really press her scoring ability. She lets everything, she lets the game come and she gets everybody else involved.
She's happy to score 15 or 20 and distribute and rebound, and nice all-around game.
Yeah, very impressive. They turn it over that time.
Oh my. They extend out that 2-3 zone. Look at the length on the floor. And the nice dime.
Van Sickle tries to keep it alive, and it's going to go the other way. So
beautiful pass.
Little life here for Sacred Heart Cathedral. Again, Regis Jesuit ranked in the top 25 in the country, currently number 23. And I think they run the table here in California That might go up a little.
Right.
This game a long way from over, but right now Sacred Heart is struggling offensively, and Belibi gets the steal, and she's fouled. Not in the bonus yet.
They're trying to go right at Belibi, but she's blocking everything in sight.
Yeah, that may not be the best strategy unless you're trying to get her in foul trouble, and
perhaps.
She's very good at not fouling. Jada Moore, under 3 minutes to go. Moore kicks it out. Van Sickle.
Maybe her first miss. Oh.
Bolivia with another rebound. She has 6 boards. Sacred Heart again, playing a lot of different players, trying to make something happen. Carmelo Marquez now. Tough floater, and Jada Moore has the rebound. Moore with her head up finds Van Sickle in transition. Nice defense, getting back and getting a hand up. Alani Gaynor.
Sacred Heart not playing badly, just having a tough time scoring against this tough Regis defense.
Bolivia up top. Down the lane. Blocked from behind by Lee Aparessa. She got it twice, but Bolivia came down with it every time, and then Samantha Moore lays it in. Oh my goodness. 3 offensive rebounds in the sequence, and now a chance for a 3-point play. Nice block that time. Another block for Lee Aparessa. Finally, it's Samantha Jones who gets it to drop. Jones doesn't get the 3-point play, but it was a good sequence nonetheless, and then a travel call against the Irish. 6 turnovers now for Sacred Heart. And 3 of them have been on traveling calls.
A lot of them unforced. I was going to say, it's not like they're getting beat on the press or anything else. They're killing themselves.
2 minutes to go in the quarter. Jada Moore.
So crafty with the ball.
Down low, Samantha Jones. Rebound, Balibi. Lampkin fighting for the board, and she's fouled by Samantha Jones.
Nice rebound.
Yeah, Lampkin is kind of an X factor at 6'3". She's just a sophomore, tallest player on the floor.
And there the bonus?
Yep, that's bonus time. And now they're saying, no, it's not bonus time, I think.
No. That's her 5th foul, not yet.
Yeah, Regis is in the bonus, but not Sacred Heart. Tuttle, guarded by Moore.
So quick and so long.
And Tuttle gets called for a 5-second call.
Wow.
They'll turn it over. That's just great defense. Tuttle was one of the players that contributed to that state championship run last year.
She played great last night against Cardinal Newman.
Travel call against Regis. .20 to go. Jada Moore with the steal. Sacred Heart has been a little sloppy, and Regis Jesuit has taken advantage with a 17-point lead. Jada Moore looking for an opening, tries to get by Tuttle. Balibi down low. matched up with Lampkin, and she got it. Believe now has 14 points.
Just elevated over the 6'3" Lampkin.
Yeah, I believe he's only listed at 6 foot, but she looks taller than that to me. She looks steal, Wigan, and she's fouled in the open floor. 9 turnovers now by Sacred Heart. In and out. Tuttle gets it up top. Great to see this incredible level of play here in the early season. All these teams hoping to use this as a way of preparing for league play and beyond.
Nice
Samantha
pass.
Moore is fouled from behind. Lampkin. Some coaches will come out and give themselves a few softballs early on, try to get the confidence built. But playing in a tournament like this can make league play, I don't want to say easy, but it really prepares you, really gets you ready for just about anything.
Absolutely. I mean, the blowouts don't help you down the road. These types of games do.
Samantha Jones back at the free throw line. Got the second one. Nice touch for the lefty. Tuttle at the buzzer, no good. And it is a big lead at the half. Only 6 points scored in that quarter for Sacred Heart, all of them by Carmela Marquez. So the Regis Jesuit defense, I mean, and there were at least 3 players in double digits last night for Sacred Heart, and that's called shutdown defense.
It is.
Right there. So Regis Jesuit with a spring in their step as they head to the locker room. Sacred Heart will have to regroup and hope to come back strong in the third quarter. We'll take a break and be back with some highlights and the start of the second half in just a moment.
North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite. Mead Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Mead Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Mead Clark Lumber. Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
Outside shots, the first couple.
Outside.
Teams are out of the locker room, getting ready to start the third quarter of play. And if you're Regis Jesuit, you're saying, okay, if we can just hold on for 16 more minutes of basketball, we're going to leave California with big smiles on our faces. And Sacred Heart, it's probably a pretty emotional locker room, trying to, show some pride, and particularly, the way their program has been over the last few years and coming off that state championship, although they did figure this to be kind of a rebuilding year. Here they are, but down by 21.
Yeah, and we knew in the outset if they turned the ball over, it was going to be a long night for them. And they've done pretty well with the press. It's been the little things like the traveling and that kind of stuff that's kind of been their deficit. They got to get some shots off to make some baskets, right? So the more turnovers they had, the less chance they had to score. Regis
take a look at the highlights of the first half of play, starting with Regis Jesuit. A lot of highlights for them. Bolivia and Jada Moore, and there's Bolivia with the follow. She had 8 rebounds in the first half to go along with 14 points, almost a double-double in the first half.
They just, from baseline to baseline, they get up and down the floor. They really do.
Van Sickle was rock solid. There's Bolivia going off the glass and good. Very impressive performance for her. And we're going to take a look now at highlights from the other side for Sacred Heart, and they need more of these as this third quarter continues. There's Samantha Jones underneath doing a nice job fighting that one back in, and Carmela Marquez with a great pass up ahead to Benitez, who ends up bouncing it down low to Yasukawa. That's the kind of thing that they really need to be able to do, beat the press and get it going in the open floor. Yep. There's Marquez, who was the only player that scored in the second quarter for them. There she is with a nice left-handed layup, but it was a team that had 3 double-digit scores last night. And right now, they're in trouble. It's 40-19 at the half here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium in the Cardinal Newman Classic Championship game.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We are invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite. Meet Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Meet Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Meet Clark Lumber. Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
And we're ready for the start of the second half here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium in this Cardinal Newman Classic Championship game. Regis Jesuit up by 21 points. Down low,
Nice
Bolibi
move.
doesn't get it, but she'll go to the line. She'll shoot a pair. Francesca Bolibi, who had a great first half. Turnovers were even at 9 apiece. Rebounding advantage to Regis, 14-7. That was huge.
That was huge.
A lot of those were on the offensive end as well.
Boy, Bolibi gets that ball at the free throw line, 1.5 steps, and she's right at the rim.
Gets them both. 16 points for Francesca Bolibi.
Up.
Full court pressure. Here it comes. Marquez. And a late foul call on Bolibi. I think that's 3. I've got her for 3, but I have a feeling they're going to have 2 up there on the big board. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I could have sworn she picked up a foul early in the game that maybe didn't get calculated. I don't know. Sometimes I'm off. Sometimes they're off. Not an exact science.
All right, Sacred Heart, settle in. Let's get a good shot.
Lee Aparessa. Nice pass to Carmelo Marquez. She dribbles into a double team and travels.
Well, you're not going to dribble through that zone, to tell you that.
No, they need a zone buster for sure. And Marquez has shown the ability to hit the 3. Tuttle hasn't taken many. And they're going to reset the shot clock as that ball was kicked. And a fresh 30 for Regis Jesuit.
No, and Dylan Benitez can hit the 3 too. She hasn't been in a little bit. Nice pressure. Get out early. There you go.
Lee Aparessa. Foul on her way to the rack. She'll shoot a pair.
They're having much more success against that than the other half-court defense.
Second personal foul against Samantha Jones. First one good. Leah Aparessa had just 2 points in that first half. She's a senior, returning starter off that Division I state championship team last year.
Little full-court pressure from, there you go, Sacred Heart getting after it. And turnover, okay.
So a big opportunity here for Sacred Heart to get a little momentum. Marquez off the mark. Pretty good look, though, and that's what they need, is to try to get a couple of long-range shots to pull the Raiders out of that zone. Another turnover. Take it the other way. Tuttle tries to penetrate, and Moore blocks the shot. Foul on Lewis the other way. The lead remains 21 for the Regis Jesuit Raiders.
But I like Coach Ryan Russell switching up a little bit, full court pressure. They've created some turnovers.
Moore is going to go deep. Belibi can't get to the ball.
This pressure's working.
And Carl Matei is going to take a timeout, and it's going to be a full timeout. So we'll take a break ourselves. A rough sequence for the Raiders right there, 42-21. They still lead by 21. However, we'll be back with more action from the Cardinal Newman Classic Championship game in just a moment.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
Back to live action here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium at Cardinal Newman High School. A little over a year ago, this area devastated by wildfire. Somehow the gym, of course it has cement walls, but it managed to stay. A lot of the school was destroyed. They have great plans to rebuild and actually build a second gym as well. Pass ahead. Jada Moore doesn't get it. Belibi tried to keep it alive. Nice job by Lewis.
Oh, nice
all the way to the
rim.
rack. To Maya Lewis. Pretty play. Samantha Jones. And she's fouled by Lee Aparessa.
Keep it alive.
Great sequence here.
Drove it out down the sideline. I thought she was going to dish it in the corner, but she didn't. She took it right at her. Nice move. Key spot in this game, if they can get a 6-8, 10-0 run.
So the lead is 20 now.
All right, 1-2-2. They're going to trap out of this.
They like to trap.
Yep, there it is. Oh, nicely done.
Well done by the Irish.
That was nicely done.
Aparessa. That's what they need more of right there. Beat the trap and attack for an easy look. Nice little mid-range jump shot that time by Lee Aparessa. Jada Moore travels.
Okay.
Cardinal Newman won the third place game. Good battle with Bishop O'Dowd. 71-63. They go 2-1 in this tournament. And there's a big shot by Tuttle, her first basket of the ball game, and that pulls Sacred Heart to within 15.
Okay.
Jada Moore tries to return the favor. Belibi just too tough to handle down low. Don't really have a rebounder that can match up with her.
No.
Jones tries to get around Jada Moore. And we've got a foul call.
That was on Gracie Whitehead. That's her first.
Gracie Wygand picked up that personal foul, so the Irish will inbound now. Lewis all alone way up at the top. Benitez, good three-point shooter on the floor now.
No doubt.
Lee Aparessa, a little different style right now, and they're getting some looks.
Oh, good.
That would have been a big one had she hit it.
Oh.
Palebi flips that one over the top, and she's fouled by Lewis. 11 rebounds and 18 points, so her second double-double in a row in this tournament.
There's a sequence of, well, you just don't want to get hurt on something like that.
Van Sickle tries a three, and she nails it.
Wow. Avery
Van Sickle with a clutch basket right there. The momentum back in the Raiders' court.
That was huge.
Van Sickle going for the steal. Lee Aparessa maintains the ball and is called for a foul. Player control foul, and that's a tough call against Sacred Heart.
Trying to make something happen.
That foul's on Lewis. That's her fourth.
That went against Lewis. That's her fourth.
That's 15 fouls.
And Demaya Lewis is going to have to take a seat.
Go, Claire.
Van Sickle around the horn, pulls up from 19 and hits another outside shot. Avery Van Sickle.
Off the screen on the run, beautiful shot.
Yeah, she has a quiet 18 points with under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Big lead for Regis Jesuit. Palebi comes down with another rebound.
Strong half-court defense is taking charge again.
Yeah, they had it down to 15. All of a sudden, it's up to 22 again. Sydney Wygand, Van Sickle. Wygand for three.
Wide open look.
My.
Wide open look.
8 points for Sydney Wygand. Benitez swinging it over to Carmelo Marquez. Benitez will try a three, blocked. Van Sickle got a hand up on that. Here comes Palebi, and she's called for an offensive foul. Nice job by Benitez to plant herself under the basket and wait for the contact.
No, she did a good job drawing that foul. Palebi tried a Euro step, couldn't quite get out of her way. That's a good call.
Yeah, her only hope on that might have been to go to the left hand and not plant that opposite foot, which knocked right into Benitez. So good job defensively by Benitez. It's really her only hope in stopping Palebi on that play. And now with 2:35 to go, it's a 25-point lead.
Boy, they're back in that 2-1-2 zone, and they are just tough.
Not easy to penetrate. Carmelo Marquez. And a foul call goes against Regis Jesuit. Van Sickle picks up the personal there.
That foul's on Van Sickle. That's her second.
2 personal fouls on Van Sickle. 5 team fouls now. Both teams have 5.
Nice pass.
Flash inside, and there is a block by Jones. Samantha Jones with the rejection. Marquez with a steal. Carmela Marquez tries to cross over, and a great job getting back defensively by Madden McHugh. who just checked in. Terrific play by McHugh. Wigan. Got it. Sydney Wigan.
Another
has a
wide
couple
open
of
look.
threes. Yep.
Boy, she can shoot it.
Great balance for this Regis Jesuit team tonight and throughout this tournament, really.
No, they do a nice job just letting the offense come to them. Whoever's hot shooting, whoever's open shooting. Bellini doesn't try to get 40 every night. She just does her thing.
And what impresses me, a minimal amount of dribbling, particularly in the half-court game.
Pass, spot up, shot, boom. Nice pass.
And a flip up. The foul is going to go against Gracie Wigan, and Gaynor is going to go to the free throw line. Off the front rim, Gaynor misses the first. Gaynor is a sophomore, Alani Gaynor, and doesn't get either.
Oh, nice steal.
3-on-2 for the Irish. Marquez
Couldn't finish.
doesn't get it. Stepping in front and getting the steal that time was Bianca Guerrero. Guerrero almost got an offensive rebound there as well, and now a tie-up is called. Possession arrow is pointed toward the Irish.
Smart move.
On Van Sickle. Van Sickle. And that's her third.
More than 1-and-1.
Dylan Benitez, shooting 1-on-1.
Shot.
Benitez putting that one through. A
Boy,
quiet night for her offensively. She hit a three early on, and they really needed more of those to try to keep in this game. I think that's really your best hope against Regis Jesuit, is to pull them out of the zone with some threes. That's why I think the Cardinal Newman matchup would have been very interesting, with their ability to hit from beyond the arc.
The ability to drive and kick out would have been interesting, yes. Benitez hit a couple clutch threes last night against Cardinal Newman. Oh,
Nice steal. Tuttle. Milan Tuttle with her own miss keeps the dribble alive somehow.
Nice play.
Down low it goes. And the rebound goes to Gracie Wigan. Turnovers mounting a little bit here. Regis Jesuit coach Carl Matei shouting at his team to take better care of the basketball.
Well, let's bring Jada Moore in. That helps.
Foul call. That goes against either Van Sickle or Moore. Looks like it's going to go against Benitez, actually. Benitez picked up that personal foul. My bad.
Moore's our shooter.
Just her first, and that's going to put Van Sickle on the free throw line. Got the first one. 19 points for Avery Van Sickle. 5'10" sophomore here at Regis Jesuit. Got a very bright future ahead of her, no doubt about that.
Oh, she can shoot it. Sacred Heart needs to get hot, and it is not happening right now.
Samantha Jones lost the handle out of bounds.
Pretty tough, aggressive defense to get hot against, you know?
Yeah, and the lead is 27. Moore.
Oh.
Lewis had the steal from Moore, didn't get the lay-in. Jada Moore now rips it up the floor, gets it to Wigan. Into the quarter it goes. Van Sickle off the mark. Right into the hands of Samantha Moore. In the right place at the right time.
But nice ball moving around the perimeter to get that three-point look.
No question about that. Chiara Navarra Paga doing a great job working her way to the free throw line now for Sacred Heart Cathedral with just 3.5 seconds to go in this quarter. Wow, 29 points. How did that happen? And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Very impressive performance by Regis Jesuit as they pull away a little bit in this one. And it is now 59-30. A 29-point lead. 3 quarters of play in the books here in the Cardinal Newman Classic Championship game. We'll take a break right here and be back with the final chapter in just a moment.
North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division 1, 2, 3, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers for the best in girls AAU basketball. It's the North Bay Elite. Meet Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Meet Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Meet Clark Lumber.
Final 8 minutes on the clock here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium.
Nice
Samantha Jones, nice basket to start the fourth quarter, and it's a 31-point lead.
Good feed from Believing. Boy, that tough half-court defense.
Samantha Jones bounces it into Moore. Wigan.
Again, nice feed.
There's Samantha Jones.
Got the boy, they just keep coming at you. Sacred Heart is playing hard. Nice pass.
Demaya Lewis underneath.
Well done.
Nice basket. Little glimmer of hope there for the Sacred Heart Irish. Both teams are in the bonus. Nice pass underneath, and Jones lays it in. Moore with the beautiful feed. That's good basketball right there.
That is good basketball. She's so quick.
Belebi, 12 rebounds, 18 points.
But again, the Regis Jesuit team is so unselfish.
Very good chance of being the most valuable player of this tournament. But you could probably pick 2 or 3 players on Regis Jesuit that have all contributed very nicely.
Sure.
Moore will go to the free throw line. Lee Aparessa fouled her.
Moore's had a nice tournament. Jones has had a nice tournament. Van Sickle, yeah.
It's a good team. It's just a very good basketball team, and they play great team ball. They do it all.
They play good defense. They can shoot the 3. They can kill you inside.
Jones has all 5 of the Regis points here in this quarter. Ryan Russell still working hard, trying to get some new players in the ball game now.
At this point, let's get some experience for down the road. Now, you may not pull this game out, but these players are going to need this.
Samantha Jones gets them both. 67-32. Big lead for Regis Jesuit. Tuttle fires off a 3.
Nice look.
And there's Belebi with her 13th rebound of the night.
Nice trap.
Jada Moore in trouble.
Oh, that's a nice trap.
Somehow bounces it through. I don't think she was trying to complete that pass. More like throw it off one of the players. And Van Sickle sticks a 3.
There to Belebi to the corner to a 3. That quickly.
Benitez.
Long look.
Off the mark. There's Belebi again. Right down the middle she goes. Benitez tries to take another charge, and this time gets called for the block. One thing we haven't seen from Belebi is the dunk. It's what everybody came to watch. We saw a few in warm-ups, and she got the crowd oohing and awing for that, but hasn't happened during the course of live competition.
No, even a reverse dunk, which is really impressive. But again, she passes the ball. I mean, she's a full package.
Lewis down low. Wygand ties it up. Possession arrow favors Sacred Heart.
I like the battle, though. Sacred Heart still playing hard. There you go.
And a nice basket by
shot.
Maya Medina. Getting into the action here. Nice shot. Jada Moore.
Nice pass.
And a tie up. Possession arrow, this time pointing toward Regis. A lot of players coming in and out for the Irish. Coach Ryan Russell trying to get everybody a little experience in this one. There's Belebi falling to the floor. Jada Moore ended up with the loose ball. Heading toward the midway point of this fourth quarter. Yakasawa. I think we all expected somewhat of a closer game here in the finale. I'm sure the folks from Regis Jesuit are just fine with the way this has panned out.
Sure.
Kind of puts in perspective how well Bishop O'Dowd played last night against this Regis Jesuit team.
Right.
What a feed. Moore to Belebi. Couldn't get the finish. Van Sickle hustles it down in the corner. There's Belebi.
Nice look.
Moore for 3. No. Belebi. No. Yakasawa with the rebound.
They continue to play hard. Good job. There you go. Good look.
Nice rebound. Yasukawa boxing out. Both teams continuing to play hard here down the stretch of this one.
Nice pass. That's pretty.
And a nice rebound by Medina. She'll go to the free throw line, check it. Yeah, no, that's Kaya Medina. Kaya Medina will get a chance to shoot some free throws.
Continuing.
Wholesale substitutions now. Molly Lampkin with a nice steal. The Irish maintain the possession. Nice ball, dribbling right there, but the pass is taken away underneath.
Oh, we're going to shoot some more free throws.
It was Colleen Mulbarger that got that steal that time for Regis Jesuit.
Well, a good chance to get the younger players some experience on both sides.
Mulbarger at the free throw line. Gets 1 of 2.
Nice pass. Oh, good shot.
Offensive rebound and put back. Nice job that time by Tiara Navarra Paga. Under 2:45 to play here in this championship game.
Nice move. Couldn't finish.
Jada Moore and Lampkin came down with the rebound. Swing it around. Long
good look.
outside shot on the way. Yeah, that was Naya Epps. Offensive rebound and put back.
Nice by Lampkin. Well done.
Yeah, Lampkin's a good tall player. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with in the coming years here at Sacred Heart.
And just a sophomore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 minutes to play. Jada Moore. No, she's going to the free throw line.
So only 2 seniors on this Regis Jesuit squad, huh?
Yeah. Yep. They've got potential. They've got lots of potential. $1:45 to go.
Okay. Little scrum there.
Inbound.
Oh, nicely done. Oh, she missed it.
Lampkin almost came down with the rebound, but it's Jada Moore who pulls it down.
Nice feed. They got a good look with 2 seconds left.
A 35-point lead for Regis Jesuit. What a statement they have made coming here to California and getting it done. Nice shot by McHugh. Madden McHugh, the freshman. Nice to see those players come off the bench and contribute.
Absolutely.
That's how you earn trust from your coach, and you never know when somebody's hurt, somebody's sick, something happens, and he's not going to hesitate when he calls upon those players, having performed the way they did late in the games here in this tournament. Under a minute to go. Regis Jesuit closing out a 3-0 run here in Northern California. McHugh hustles after the loose ball.
Nice effort.
Yeah, Sacred Heart still scrapping, I'll tell you. trying to hit at least 40, which isn't easy to do against this team.
No, this defense is tough.
Alani Gaynor at the free throw line now for Sacred Heart. Disappointing finish for the Irish, but they get out of here with a 2-1 record. Anytime you come to this tournament and you get out here with a 2-1 record, you're feeling pretty good about it.
Absolutely, sure. They beat some good teams too, so they ran into a really good Regis Jesuit team tonight and just didn't have it, but they played a really good tournament.
McHugh dribbling up top.
A nice little handle.
They're having fun, just kind of dribbling against each other. And that's going to do it. It's a final. 75-38. Wow, I did not see that coming. Very impressive performance of Regis Jesuit. That is one heck of a basketball team.
You know, we kept waiting for Sacred Heart to make a run, and Jesuit was just so tough. That defense was so strong. A couple turnovers here, they're kind of hurt them as well, and they couldn't score against that half-court defense.
So Regis Jesuit runs the table, and we're going to have a post-game interview with our player of the game, tournament MVP. I have a pretty good idea who that might be. 75-38 is our final. We'll get set up for that, and we'll be back with that interview with our player of the game in just a moment.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite. Mead Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Mead Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Mead Clark Lumber. Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
At At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
And welcome back, and the awards have been handed out, and we've got our Player of the Game Tournament MVP, Francesca Balebi, and boy, what a tournament for the Regis Jesuit Raiders. Francesca, you had such a great tournament, but really what impressed me the most about this Jesuit Raiders team was your team play. You guys played terrific defense. Tell us a little about how you guys pride yourselves on doing this together as a team.
Yeah, I think we just have really good team chemistry on and off the court, but especially off the court. And I think that really translates to on the court with how we pass the ball, how we like play defense, and we're there for each other. If someone gets beat, there's a next man, and we always know where we're going to be. And I think that's what really helped us throughout this whole tournament.
You guys were here a couple years ago, and it didn't go that well. You guys went 1-2, took a year off. What did you guys talk about in preparation for this tournament, knowing that you were going to make this trip to California with a chance to prove how good a team you really are?
Yeah, I think every time we come out here, there's really great teams that come out here and they come and compete. And I think one thing we learned from playing this tournament the first time around is just how great teams are out here in California, and how we had to really go out and work on ourselves and then come together and come and play good team basketball. And I think that really showed the second time around.
Talk about your teammates. Boy, great tournament by Jada Moore. Van Sickle played so well. Samantha Jones. You guys just really seem to always know who has the hot hand. You seem like the type of player that could score a lot more points, but to be a good team, you know that everybody has to contribute.
Yeah, I think one thing our coach always tells us is it doesn't matter who scores, as long as at the end of the day we have the most points. And I think that really showed out here. Everyone is just passing to each other, playing with each other, and we're happy for each other no matter who's scoring, because at the end of the day we get the dub.
Now, of course, we were all hoping to see a dunk live. You knew that, right? I mean, here we are. Didn't quite happen. You got close a couple times. We did see you throw some down. Is that something that you really think about or worry about too much, knowing that everybody wants to see you throw one down?
Yeah, I mean, everyone wants to see a dunk, but at the end of the day, it's still just 2 points. And for me, if it's a close game or the beginning of a game and we're trying to pull ahead, it's more important to me to get the 2 points and make the layup than it is to get the dunk in. But I definitely think about it, and I definitely, if I can try it, I'll try it. But for me, it's more important to win the game than to get the dunk.
Right on. And you're going to Stanford, so that's got to be exciting. You're out here on the West Coast. Did you get a chance to visit or anything while you were here?
No, we couldn't really, but I know my coaches were out here. We're not out here watching, but watching at home, and I just hope I did okay.
I think you did. I think you did. Yeah, you guys ran the table 3-0. Really fantastic performance here in the championship game, and we really appreciate you taking the time to visit with us. We look forward to seeing you play at Stanford. We're going to see you on TV a lot out here on the Pac-12 Network, so that's good. This is good practice, right, for the interviews that you're going to be able to do. All right, have a great trip back to Colorado. Should be a fun flight with that 3-0 and that first place trophy. All right. Francesca Balebi, our Player of the Game, Tournament MVP. Great performance. She finished tonight with a double-double, 18 points, and she also had 15 rebounds, and kind of a class act. Kind of what you'd expect from a player of her level that's going to Stanford, Mike, and that's why they're a successful team. You can see it just by the way she carried herself right there in that interview.
When you nailed it, they play as a team. They don't worry about who's got the most points and who's doing this. They share the ball. The person with the open look gets that look. And like she said, she's happy for whoever scores the basketball. It's 2 points in their mind. They want to get the win. And a good team does that. They're not worried about getting their 40 or getting their 20 rebounds. They play as a team. That's exactly what Jesuit does.
All right, well, it was a great tournament for the Regis Jesuit Raiders. They did everything right. Mike, thanks for joining us on this. She just went and dunked one right there after the interview. She said, yeah, okay, I'll do it one more time, one more time. And boy, sure is fun to watch her play.
She's amazing.
And fun to watch that whole team. We'll have to keep track of them during the course of the season and see what happens. So that's going to do it for our coverage tonight. Hope you have enjoyed it. For Mike Mullins, our director Brian Leach, our Chief Engineer Martin Kornfeld, and all of us here at YSN365.com. We hope to bring you more live coverage like this right here on YSN365.com in the coming weeks. Until then, I'm Dave Cox saying goodbye from the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium.